Hello. How are you guys doing? Fixing my hair. We're on our way to Cincinnati.
Nasty Naughty.
Nasty Naughty.
That's what they call Cincinnati, the Nasty Natty.
I've never heard of that.
Oh my gosh, really?
We're going down there for a friend of Alex's wedding.
Yeah, which means not Peter's friend. Just kidding.
So, Alex was running a little late because he's lost so much weight that his suits didn't fit him.
I know.
So he had to go and quickly buy. Did you buy a jacket or pants or both?
I just bought the blazer. So my grays don't match, but you know what? That's fashion for you.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a kid going to a school concert. Like, this grays don't match.
You haven't seen it on yet.
Are they close?
So can't really tell me what it looks like if you haven't seen it.
Are they close?
Like the grays? It looks good.
It better.
I mean, I look better than you.
So we're running late.
Just kidding.
That's right. Although it is right now 95 degrees, I'm afraid I'm going to melt before we get to the 2 hours in this wedding.
Yeah, because the air conditioner doesn't work.
It does. It's 60 degrees in here. It was funny because somebody a long time ago had sent me this thing that I put my camera on to, like, it just so it stays in place. And it's like melting in the heat from like the last couple weeks. And I went and touched it and then I went like this. And Alex goes, "Is that melting?" And he goes, "What is that?" I go, "It's like the thing to like stick your camera on so it stays in place." And he's like, "It's melting."
I know, and I'm like, "Do you want this little thing to put on it so like you can lay the camera?" He's like, "No, but I need like my camera to stick." I'm like, "So you would rather have your camera ruined?"
Yeah, because I want you guys to have like the full adventure, you know. So last night we went out to dinner. There are 2 videos today that we posted. We posted a video talking about our marriage counseling. And then we posted a video about, well, we did Q&A. And I can't even see how well they're doing because I haven't been able to. Because our internet or YouTube will not upload my vlog today. So Alex is like, "Well, just airdrop it and then upload it." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." So it's currently right down there uploading as we're speaking on my phone. So I hope I get the vlog up in time for you guys to see it. When we left the house, it said it was going to take 51 hours to upload, but now it's down to like less than an hour. So last night we went out to dinner with, well, Alex and I, and then Tanya, and her husband Eric, and then my sponsor. Did you have a good time?
Yeah. That was great. It was fun.
That was like the first time you've ever got to kind of hang out with my sponsor.
Or, yeah, at all.
We met her one time.
Like in passing.
Yeah, when we saw her at dinner. Was she different than you thought she'd be?
I didn't think anything of, like, I mean, I don't really have, like, pre-expectations from
Yeah, you don't really go into, people, like, relationships, not relationships, but you don't really go into anything with expectations.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just...
I think it's a good way to live. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think, like, in life, like, where I've been let down... What's on my face? Is that an eyelash?
No.
You're supposed to blow on it, and then you get a wish.
Well, your eyelashes are not up here.
I might have my falsies on today, you don't know. Okay, so having met her, what did you think?
I thought she's great. I mean, did you see that?
I think she's a good fit for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she and Alex talked like the whole night.
The whole night.
Was your dinner good? Alex had a steak where he had a filet and he had to send it back because it wasn't.
It was like medium well versus well. Like it was not red at all.
It's funny, like the times that like I crave eating meat. Like I went swimming yesterday. When I left the pool, I could smell somebody cooking out. I told you this, I think, yesterday, and like I was like, "Oh my god, I'm craving it." Like a grilled cheeseburger sounded so good. But then we go to a steakhouse, and like steak doesn't even sound good to me at all.
But it never did either. Anyway, when like you were eating meat.
Yeah, I never really was a big red meat eater unless it was like fast food, which isn't, I mean, questionable.
Which is basically like, you know, carbohydrates.
But
seasoning.
So when we went to the Dominican Republic, the first day that we got there, I'm cleaning this off so I can kind of see it. The first day that we got there, we went to eat like as soon as we checked into the hotel, and we sat down at this restaurant, and like, I wouldn't push it so far as to say a panic attack, but I kind of like freaked out a little bit, and I was kind of like, what am I gonna do? Like, and I had already honestly kind of thought to myself, like, if I can't eat this week, then I guess I'll just have to eat meat. And I mean, if there's nothing there, but like, we sat there and Alex was like, I like had a moment, like I really did, and I was like, I didn't realize I was so convicted about this until I'm sitting here and I can't find anything on the menu to eat. And he was like, well, babe, what do you want? And I was like, I want a grilled cheese sandwich is what I want. And so Alex spoke to the guy in Spanish, and he went and checked, and they made me, oh my God, it was such a delicious chilled grilled cheese. But I didn't really struggle the whole trip at all.
No.
There was stuff I found like every day. And last night at the steakhouse, she was like, well, we have a vegetarian meal. And I was like, oh, really? Well, what is it? And she goes, we just call it the vegetarian. And I go, well, what's in it? And she was like, potatoes and green beans. I was like, no, I think I'll have the macaroni and cheese. Which was the kids' macaroni and cheese. And then Eric had it too. And you had a caprese, you had a caprese salad, right? Oh, the macaroni and cheese there is so good. It is like incredible. So we had fun. Yeah, Alex was asking if I had a good birthday before we started this. I did have a good birthday. It was just relaxed, you know, it was nice. Did you have a nice birthday on your birthday?
Yeah, it was nice, relaxing. I was on the beach.
We were both talking like through text the other day about it. Like, it didn't really feel like our birthdays. Like yours didn't, and mine did. Like, but I don't know what it should feel like on a birthday.
Well, I mean, like, I'm used to like always doing something big on my birthday, like having some type of like party or like dinner or like whatever. And this year it was just us, which was great. And like almost like I like it, you know, not more, but it's different. But I just didn't feel like me like rushing, texting people, telling like where to go and like how to get there and where to be and timings and reservations and RSVPs and what I'm gonna wear. And this year,
because you always do some like big dinner with like 20 people, and then like
just saying,
yeah, RSVP, and then it has to be here. And I just get to show up, so it's kind of nice for me. But what did you do last year for your birthday?
Big pool party, champagne party.
Oh, that's right. Over at Jason's apartment complex. That was nice, yeah. And you had to hold the balloons and said 33. Those gold balloons. That's what all the YouTubers do. Like when they hit like 1 million subscribers, they hold that balloon that says like like 1 on it or 1M. So pretty today. Indiana is literally like when you drive through the countryside of Indiana, it's like this right here. These like sportsmen, what do you call those? RVs and minivans. And farms everywhere. Just farms. What would you do if you, that one says lean ground beef. You can call right there for some lean ground beef. Oh, I went to a psychic that lived over here, because the next exit is where I went off to that psychic that she, that was like 2 years ago. Do you remember that? And she taped it, and her granddaughter kept on coming out, and she was smoking through the whole, she's like, well, I see somebody who's got a T name. Then her granddaughter would come out, and she'd go, Grandma, and she'd say, Grandma told you don't get a toy if you keep on coming and interrupt. Grandma's working. I was like, this is not spiritual whatsoever.
That's crazy.
But she lived like right over here somewhere.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you go by yourself?
Yeah, she gave me a tape and everything. She was supposed to be like the best psychic in Indiana. I think she's fly straight from the pit of hell. Tanya Jean got us tickets to go see Teresa Caputo, the Long Island Medium. I'm so excited.
Are you so excited?
Mm-hmm.
If I send her manager an email to like interview her, do you want to interview her?
No, because then she'll have all my information, and then she'll know who I am before I even get there, and then she'll, of course, call on me because she'll have done her research, because that's what they say she is a big fraud, and I want to just be like into the magic, you know what I mean? One of my favorite things to do is read the signs on churches, like these little churches when you go by. We used to road trip it, because I love to road trip it. Actually, I've talked about it this one here a lot. We don't do it anymore. Alex said, was that 3 years ago?
2 years ago. Well, 3 years ago was the last time that we did it.
Yeah, so we would drive to Miami, and we would leave at like 6 o'clock in the evening, and then we would get into Miami. It's like a 20-hour drive. And we would get into Miami at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Alex said that last time. He goes, no, I'm not ever doing this again. You can drive it if you want, but I'm fine. There's a casino, not the casino that I go to, but there's Shelbyville. Grand, Indiana Grand. That is such a nice casino.
You like the white trash casino?
I do kind of. I mean, I don't know. It's just my people, you know. Like, I know my people there. Like, I know the old ladies that I do. Like, I like it, you know. It's not white trash. Like, it's just a smaller casino. It's more of like a... He doesn't... Like, you think all casinos are white trash.
No, I don't.
But anyway, so... we would...
Did you tell me that, like, people, like, legit, like, piss themselves, like, on the chairs?
Yes! But that's not... That's at any casino. That's in Las Vegas, Nevada. You could be sitting at the Bellagio and somebody would piss their chair. That's true. I've asked that before of people that work there. Like, people will not get up from their seats because they're afraid that they're... So they piss themselves, or they are incontinent and they poop themselves. Well, that's not really being incontinent. They just shit themselves while they're sitting there.
That's disgusting.
Because they think they're so going to hit a jackpot.
And they don't. So then, like, now they're shitty and shitty.
One time I was sitting next to this woman and she didn't do any of that. But the jackpot was at like 4,000 and like 4,300 or something, and she was like so upset. And I said, how long have you been here? She just kept on putting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds in the machine. And I said, how long have you been here? Look at that, all those bales of hay. Isn't that pretty? So she goes, I've been here since 4 o'clock. And it was like, at this point, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, you've been here for like 7 or 8 hours in the same machine? She goes, 4 o'clock yesterday morning. She'd been there for almost 24 hours. I said, oh my God. She goes, I have twice as much in this machine as the jackpot is. I have to win it. And then she kept on just saying, she was like, I have to win it. I have to win. She had like $8,000 or $9,000 in this machine that she had put in there. Let me just tell you, I came back to that machine like a week later. It still hadn't hit. It was at like $6,000. She put like $10,000 in that machine and never hit. I cannot even, oh my Lord, I can't even imagine. Can you?
No.
If you had $10,000 and you had to buy one item today, what would you buy?
$10,000 I buy one item?
One item. And it has to be superficial. Like, it can't be anything like pay off debt or charity. It has to be like superficial, like a bag or a pair of shoes or something like that.
So, like... So if I buy, like, okay, do I keep the change?
No, you get to buy one outfit or one item. So if you buy an item,
so it has to be worth $10,000, and if it's like if it's $8,000, then like I like literally like don't get like the $2,000 back.
That's right.
Okay.
But if you buy something for $850 and you don't get
right, that was.
Oh, that yellow light is on. What time am I at?
Can it be like a combination of items?
Oh my God, it's just not that difficult. Sure, 3 items.
Well, right. I mean, like it is a little difficult. Like, there's nothing that's worth like exactly $10,000. You know, like a private jet's not $10,000.
3 items.
So, Louis Vuitton luggage set.
Okay.
A backpack and like a bag, like a duffel bag and like a bunch of other knickknacks that equal to $10,000.
Okay.
You? It's not that difficult, remember?
Well, I don't know. I would buy that Gucci backpack or messenger bag that has like the things on it, that, like the World Traveler one. I love that. And then I'd probably, Alex gave me my wallet, this Gucci wallet, like a couple years ago. This wallet has, I mean, it is in such perfect condition. Like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So I would probably buy a matching one to go with that bag. He bought me a Gucci messenger bag one year, and then the wallet to go with it.
That was the same year.
Same year. I'd probably buy a couple bottles of Bond, number 9 Bleecker Street, or Creed at Ventus, because I love that so much. And I don't know, like, I just don't, like, really, like, probably the best purchase I made this year are these plastic Birkenstocks that I'm wearing. Are you wearing yours? Can you hold it up? Not your, you can just take it off and show it.
Oh, I can.
Please. Before the camera shuts off. These are like, I think, the best purchase that I bought this year, and they were $44. I don't know, like, it's, you know, it's weird. Like,
I will buy a table at Ultra Music Festival.
Okay, I would do something like that. Yeah, like an experience. I said an item, but an experience, like a trip. Oh, now if I could spend,
you said anything, just not pay off debt.
Yeah, not pay off debt. Okay, so thinking of it that way, forget the messenger bag, forget all that kind of stuff. I would spend $10,000, and I would really do it up in like Fiji.
Or trip, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Like the top of the, I don't know, man. I mean, Fiji, those places are expensive. We talked to this guy last year when we were in Mexico from the United Kingdom that he was going to, he was gonna propose, and he was already looking at Fiji 4 seasons. And what did he say? It was like $20,000 for like 10 days or $30,000. It was ridiculous what he said. And I was like, oh my God. But I mean, you know, like, I want to stay in one of those huts over the water. I've heard those are incredible. I had a friend that did a cruise, and he...
You really want to stay on one of those?
Yeah, like, I mean, at least one night I could do the shark thing.
One night?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to stay, like, on, like, the little thing, like, for, like, the entire time?
I mean, maybe. I would do that. They're supposed to be really cool.
No, I think so. Like, I have no fear against them, but, like...
A friend of mine went on a cruise with his mom, and they left from Peru, and they went to, like, the Easter Islands, and then they went to, like, Fiji and Bali, and then they ended up in Hawaii. And he was like, if you go to Fiji, you have to... This is Matt. He was like, you have to stay in the huts over the water. He did it with his mom, and he said it is unbelievable. He said it's like you have to do it at least one night. He was like, they're so incredibly expensive, but just one night you have to do it. I've always loved to go to tropical places. I just wish we had the money to do it more.
Yeah. Same.
We're in Milroy, Andersonville. So if you live in Milroy or Andersonville, we're passing you by right now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So what are this camera, I hope it doesn't shut off, but if it does, we'll just start this conversation. What is one goal that you want to work on for 2018 when you're being 34 years old?
I mean, I really want to go to the gym, like, twice a day. I mean, twice a week to start. And this was supposed to be the first week that I did it, and how many times did I go?
Yeah. What about, like, a personal goal within yourself of, like, who you are as a person?
Like, character?
Oh, it just shut off. We'll come back in a little bit. We're back. It got dark. Our conversation jumped like that.
What do you mean? It's still like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's still 4 o'clock. I bet it's so completely pitch dark. It's like a total eclipse of the heart.
It's a hurricane. I mean, no, it's a hurricane.
Tornado. We, so when we got it, we were like 24 minutes away from Cincinnati, and we pulled into the gas station and changed into our suits. And then if you want to see pictures of our suits, go to my Instagram or Alex's Instagram, Alex J. Paredes. And then we went to the wedding. It was really nice. It was in like this old German church that they had turned into
wedding venue.
What is going on?
Event venue.
Yeah, like an event venue. It was really neat though. It was like 3 or 4 stories, and it's like a full course meal. I was kind of surprised. It was nice.
Do you get like emotional like when like you go to a wedding of people that you don't know, or do you just like are like watching?
I did.
it?
You know what I got so emotional about was so weird was when we were sitting there, and the part when this was really cool. So the groom's godparents officiated the wedding, and like halfway through, they asked the bride to be their goddaughter, which was super cool. Well, I like got super emotional thinking about my uncle. Like, I don't know why it was that got me real emotional. You know, like, I don't know. I was thinking about my aunt and my uncle's 50th anniversary when we went to French Lick.
I found the cutest picture of you and Aunt Kathy like the other day, and I was like texting it, like last night, and I was like texting it to you, and I'm like, I can't right now.
Yeah. I feel like I've been kind of numb the last couple days thinking about it. I feel like the closer I get to the funeral, I don't know.
I'm so happy I have the ability to be okay.
What do you mean?
That day.
Yeah, you need just to be able to be as emotional as you want to be. Yeah.
Sure.
So, okay, so we sat with a bunch of people that Alex knows from work. It was fun, and their husbands. And they had a full course meal. Alex was so sweet because he was like, told the waiter, he was like, my husband's a vegetarian, so they brought me a vegetarian meal. But your meal looked so good. Did you have steak or did you have chicken?
It was like beef and chicken.
And then they have like a certain like potatoes, like
The
twice.
potatoes were so good. And like the asparagus were really good too.
Yeah, Alex was trying to get everybody's asparagus.
No, not everybody. Just so
we're in Indiana. Look, we just got in Indiana. Indiana, back home again in Indiana.
So carrots have a lot of calories. It's like the vegetable that has like the most calories. Like carrots and green beans.
How about those truffle French fries that you were eating at the end? How many calories?
Because they have they have a lot of sugar. So I was like trying to trade those off. The truffle French fries are fat, but it's better than calories.
They were so good.
However, the chicken fingers were not better than calories because of like all like the grains and like the deep fried and shit.
So we sat up there, and they brought me like, I don't know what it was some kind of like cheese blintz kind of thing. It was very good, and asparagus and carrots. And even though carrots are so fattening, I ate mine. And then and then they brought the cake around, which was delicious. And then what?
I said, good for you.
Thank you. And then they had a coffee bar. Alex was like, they have a coffee bar down there. And so he brought coffee on the way home. And then they also had sometimes this vegetarian shit, I'm telling you, it's for the birds. They had the most delicious looking chicken fingers. And were they good? Did you have some?
They were so good.
And then they had these like little like, paper cones with truffle fries in them. And they were so delicious. But they had a really nice like coffee bar with like whipped cream and like 4 different kinds of coffee, or like regular decaf. I felt like I was in a 12-step meeting. They had like water, regular, and decaf coffee. Welcome to a 12-step meeting. Are you pointing your pinky at the world?
I'm trying to like zoom into this picture.
We're back. Beware of the yellow light. We had to go through like 20 miles of construction. Over it. You're kind of not in it. There you are. Alex is editing a picture of us.
Editing.
Tagging it. So yeah, we had a good time. Very nice time.
Very nice.
This reminds me of the road trips that we used to take to Florida, though, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Except that right now you'd be asleep. Because you had worked all day long. And so then I would drive like the first half, and you would drive when we got to Florida usually. Right?
I will drive like south of Atlanta and on.
Yeah, I can remember waking up and it would be like sunny outside.
You'd be like, oh my god, slow down. Be careful. And I will be like, welcome to Florida driving.
You're probably the reason why I had to pay one of those Sun Pass fees.
No, babe. I knew how to drive in Florida.
I did not. We went through all those tolls. I didn't even know, and I had to end up paying for it. 3 years later, like that is so crazy to me. I just got the bill for it this summer. You liked those road trips, though. Some of the things about it. Yes, you liked some of the things. It was fun. Don't you remember?
Okay, tell me what did I like.
Just talking.
In my sleep?
You and I when we would talk.
In my sleep?
No.
Or like when you were sleeping?
But you did sleep during the first half. And I would listen to audiobooks and Coast to Coast AM. I remember when we took Fufu, his brother, Juan Carlos, they went to go to a music festival because Alex got media passes to Tomorrow World, which that was in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
And we drove to Atlanta with him. And on the whole way back, like Alex slept. And Juan Carlos and I, who He was texting me yesterday, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for my birthday, and we were talking about like God. He was like asking me like why I believed in God and how did I know that there was a God and all this. It was an interesting conversation. How old would he have been at the time? Was he in college still?
Yeah.
It was like 3 or 4 years ago.
2015.
So how old would he have been? 21, 20? 22? No.
Yeah, he's turning 25 this year.
Yeah, that's true.
No, please, anyway.
I thought they played really nice music for like the, what do you call it? The service.
Yeah.
Like they played an Adele song.
That was really sweet.
Yeah, when it was like instrumental, wasn't it? Or was it, did they have some vocals to it? Was it the real song or was it just instrumental?
Instrumental.
When the, like everybody walked into the wedding. And then when she came down, it was a really interesting song too. And then the song they played when they walked away was that song. It was in that movie that we both love, that we just bawled our eyes out to watching not too long ago, about where the guy can time travel after time or something.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
That movie is so good. Do you guys like ever turn on a movie in the afternoon, like on a Sunday, and you're just both sitting there, and you just like, all of a sudden you're
Do you
like...
guys like our picture? We renewed our vows today.
We did not renew our vows. Alex said he was going to take a picture and post it on Instagram and tell everybody that we renewed our vows. Like, Alex and I will sit there, and we'll turn on the TV, and we'll just randomly just watch some movie all the way through. It was funny because today when I was uploading my videos, he had, was it yesterday? It was yesterday. I had Scream 4 on in the background, and Alex was like cleaning stuff up in the kitchen, and he kept on like looking over, he was like watching it from like, did you watch the whole thing?
That's the reason why like I cannot like fall asleep with like a TV, like the TV on in the background, like
because I love
cannot,
that.
like, well, that's why I have like the worst like attention deficit disorder. Like I literally like it will be completely distracted from what I'm doing. Like I can't, like Peter can tell like I'm not taking my medicine, like because like it will be like you walk into the office, like
it's
like,
bad. You guys, like he will literally,
you walk into the kitchen, it's like close the fucking cabinets, like literally like I leave everything
language,
open.
please.
Close the amazing looking cabinets.
No, but like I'll walk in and he'll like literally he'll like open a drawer and then walk out of the kitchen and then like be taking trash out to the garage and then leave the garage door open and then walk upstairs, and I'll be like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm picking out my outfit for tomorrow. And I'm like, well, you were putting silverware away in the drawer, and now you were putting something in the trash, but like you left the trash can out. And he goes, oh, I totally forgot.
It's awful.
Yeah, his
so
ADD
bad.
is bad.
It's so bad. Like I'll leave the dogs outside.
No, you do not.
Just
Don't
kidding.
say that.
I'll leave the water running in the shower, and I'm like, I'm done.
No, you don't do that. You're so silly.
Oops, forgot to wipe.
Alex, God.
What? Watch your language.
Oh my God. I was talking to our friend Jared tonight, and we were talking about TV shows, and he was telling me to watch The Ozarks.
Yeah, I watched both, like the first season. It's good.
Peaky Blinders, did you watch that?
No, I don't know what that is.
He said it was better than The Crown.
Really?
And, yeah, you liked The Crown, didn't you?
I thought The Crown was great.
And what was the other one he told me to watch?
Can I just say that I like literally just like stir the pot and like the text messages are starting to come?
Okay, well that's not who we need to display ourselves as being. Why would you want to stir the pot?
I'm not like really stirring the pot. I'm just like,
you're stirring the pot.
Calling someone
Between
out.
friends, he's calling somebody out. That's not very nice.
it is very nice actually.
I really could use a fountain pop, to
I'm
be
an
honest.
accountable coach. Welcome to the Real Housewives of the OC or Beverly Hills.
Who's an accountability coach on there? Who is it?
It's Teddy.
Oh, Teddy.
No,
That's
like
not the real. She's a Teddy. We're like right by her dad's house over here. Teddy Mellencamp. I like her.
I like her a lot too. That's where I learned.
You don't watch New York, do you?
No.
I love New York, but I used to love. Okay,
I
so
feel like it's like a group of like pretentious women who are like literally like fake AF.
no, they're all of them. They have more money than half these people do.
It doesn't matter how much money you have.
Well, they are all of them fake. The only season or the only city of the Real Housewives that is not like totally fake is Atlanta.
Oh, they're the fakest.
No, they're not. Candy?
Yeah.
No, Candy is not fake.
Okay.
And Nene Leakes, you don't fuck with her.
They're not fake. Okay, hi, like veneers and wig central.
No, I mean that is, but when you're talking about being pretentious, like, I mean Beverly Hills, which is your favorite city, like they're totally. But I'm ready for the OC because the OC is supposed to really have fun this season. Like Vicky and all them are supposed to be friends again.
Supposedly.
But on New York, I used to love Dorinda.
I don't even know who that is.
I know, but I'm just talking because I'm talking to my people.
Oh, right. I'm just saying.
But I used to watch. I love New York. Ramona's my favorite. But I used to love Dorinda.
I'm walking on the fucking like fashion show, girl.
That was one of my favorite things about her. Hey, she tries. But anyway,
I mean, you would have done so much better than like she did.
well, of course, because I'm a fashion model of the world.
Of the world.
Of the world, honey, right here. But I used to love Dorinda, but
That
she's
death drop
about,
you do is amazing.
you need to go on these shows.
I wish the
because-
world could see it.
What?
Your death drop.
Oh, my death drop.
Yeah.
My death drops into bed every
It
night.
happens one time, and literally, it's like it's legit a death drop.
I don't have a death drop.
That's
He's
why you don't have
joking.
one. It happens one time, and when you drop, you're dead.
Alex, God. Oh my gosh. Alex was so sweet when we were sitting through the service. He like reached over and grabbed my hand and held my hand through the whole service. It was so sweet. It was a really nice service. You don't miss the road trips at all.
Not one bit.
I just like being in a car with. I think it's fun because we don't go to anywhere anymore. We don't go to Louisville. Well, I guess we went to Cincinnati tonight.
Yeah, and you never want to come with me to Chicago.
No, it's not that I don't want to go to Chicago. Okay, although I don't really love Chicago. It's that I don't want to go to.
I don't want to go to Chicago.
Festival.
I just don't really like Chicago.
I just don't want to go to the music festivals.
Okay. Do you want to go to Chicago next weekend just for fun?
If we hadn't just gotten back from vacation,
Okay, in 2 weeks.
maybe, but I don't want to board the dogs again when we go out of town.
Okay, we can ask my mom.
It's always who can we ask to watch the dogs. Anyway, you don't miss the road trips at all.
No.
I do.
Well, then come to one with me sometime.
Well, I guess I could go to Chicago. Okay, I would do those music festivals, but the thing is like you're literally outside the whole time. Like, there's no place to sit except for on the ground, which is
Yeah,
fine.
there
But
is.
I'm not 30 years old anymore. I'm 46 years old.
But they are places to sit. You haven't been there to know.
No, you're right. I haven't. Okay, I'll try one next year.
Okay.
Alex was planning Coachella at the wedding tonight.
I know. I literally mentioned it. I was like, and I'm like, I'm saying, there's a chance that we may be going. How about we like try to like once we figure it out, like why don't we? And like literally Peter's face, like it went from like being like amazing, like having a great time, like involved in the conversation. And
You have just said like 8 times in 5 seconds.
that's great. This is a drinking game for you guys. So like.
I would love to go to Coachella
Literally,
if Coachella
like-
wasn't the week right after we get back from Ultra. I mean, that is really expensive to turn around and go to 2 music festivals back to back, right? I mean, it would be fun, sure. I would love to do Coachella if somebody wants to sponsor us and give us Coachella, but which we have some friends that are working on some tickets for us at Alex. Like, we know a friend, don't say who because we talk about them on here, but they know somebody that has a lot to do with that.
I wasn't even planning on saying that somebody was working on getting us tickets. Like, that's just dumb. Like,
It doesn't really matter if I say it on here. I think she actually talked about it. Melissa and Jason know somebody in the industry, so
why?
they want to go to Coachella. Alex said, could you get us tickets to Coachella? So they're like, yeah, let's see if we can get 4 tickets. But they're going to Ultra with us next year, which will be really fun that Melissa and Jason are going with us.
Yeah, I think
So-
it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I don't know why like you have to say that like, they're getting us like free tickets.
I didn't say it. I said they're working on it. Did you see see that lightning, or am I crazy?
You are.
No, because when you were talking to your mom on the phone, I said, ask her if it's raining. I see lightning. I really could use a fountain pop or something.
Stop.
Do you know what movie I love? Have you ever seen Wild at Heart? You've never seen Wild at Heart, have you?
Correct.
Okay, so I gotta talk to some of the people for a second. So anyway, oh, that damn yellow light is back on again. Do you see that light right there? That means it's gonna shut off. That means the internal temperature is too high.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
we'll
back
talk to you soon.
Back in the day, I loved Twin Peaks by David Lynch. I loved every movie that. Twin Peaks. You're so silly. Stop. I loved every movie that David Lynch put out. So I am watching the newest season of Twin Peaks again. I haven't seen it before. It is so weird. I'm having such a hard time getting through it, but like it's so addicting. I forgot how much I love David Lynch. Like he is such a fantastic director, but
So
it is
it's
so
not
weird.
bad. It's just unique, strange, out of the box storytelling.
Yeah. Did you ever see Mulholland Drive?
No.
This really reminds me a lot of Mulholland Drive that he wrote and directed. I think he wrote it. But anyway, it's even got some of the actors, like one of the actresses, the main actress from Mulholland Drive is in Twin Peaks this season. And I don't know, it goes in 50 different directions. It's hard to follow, but at the same time, it's like so addicting, I can't turn it off. I forgot how much I love David Lynch. Well, my favorite David Lynch movie is I loved Blue Velvet, but it's probably Wild at Heart. And so they travel from, I think, like Alabama or Texas to like New Orleans, and it's just like the two of them the whole time with Nicolas Cage and what's her name, Laura Dern.
Is that where your friends are from?
They're from like Thibodaux, Louisiana.
Thibodaux.
Those are our friends that we met when we were in Dominican Republic.
Is that where True Blood was filmed?
Louisiana. I think it was actually in Louisiana, yeah. So, but now you got to see two people with ADD or ADHD is going crazy in a relationship. Okay, so I just saw another shooting star, or are those? I thought I saw shooting stars before, but it was fireworks.
It's literally like
Not that. I'm not stupid.
it's a cell phone tower.
Not that. God.
It is not Mars flashing at our face.
Not that. I'm not an idiot. So anyway, Wild at Heart was with Laura Dern. Stop. And Nicolas Cage. And I love that movie so much. And
Mars. Did you see that one? Like with like honest sense.
Bitch, you don't know my life. Do you remember when Demi used to do that? I was thinking about this earlier.
He did it because like we used to watch like
that
Baby
movie.
Mama. We watched Baby Mama. Okay, like one time we were going on this like road trip, and Peter was like, "You can totally like watch." He had like this like Ford Explorer. They had like a TV that popped up.
They sat in the back while I drove in the front, and they watched movies.
I didn't. Did I?
Yes.
Like,
but I was going to tell this one thing is we went to the gas station to pump gas. Do you remember this? And I asked our friend Demi, who now lives in New York City. Hi, Demi. Hi, Demetrius. I said, could you, I'm going inside to go to the bathroom. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We're on our way to Florida, right? I said, could you make sure that the car is like the gas is done, everything like that?
You didn't say that to anyone.
Yes, I did. I said it to Demi. So we get in the car, and I said, Demi, I said, are we cool? And he was like, yeah, we're cool. He hadn't even been out of the car. He didn't even get out of the car or anything. None of the gas. I pull away, hooked up to the gas tank, okay? These two let me have it. They took pictures of me out there with this cord. Do you remember that?
The pump, like the entire thing came off. And like, thank God it was like not 1970s, because like literally like gas
The gas
would have
would've
been
gone
like
everywhere.
sporting. But like we're like, oh shit.
It was so funny.
We had a tail.
Totally, I don't drink, and these two were sober. They were sober. The woman tonight, that waitress that had like the car crash bang, she was real sweet, the bartender waitress. But I went up there.
She looked like the like character from like that new like Disney movie, like The Incredibles or whatever.
She did, but she had a cool haircut. But anyway, I said
It was The Incredibles like haircut, like literally like bangs, and like her hair was like this, and she was wearing like glasses. Like
I said, can I get a Coke? And she goes,
like
she got me a Coke, and I said, So I went back up there because we were sitting right next to the bar, and I said, "Can I get another Coke, please?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And she handed it to me, and she goes, "You want a little something, something in that Coke?" And I go, "No, I'm good. I haven't had a drink in 23 years." She goes, "That's incredible." The Incredibles. No, but that was so funny.
There was a little like sweet like bartender, like she was like sure or whatever, and then she's like, "Oh my god, like you're like my favorite customer." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, I'm married."
That was funny though on that road trip when I pulled away from that gas station pump. Did we know it right away, or did it take a second for us to figure it out?
Well, after you heard the thump from pulling on that thing, and then like literally we just like pulled it out of the car. They just kept driving. We gotta go by. We gotta get there by 7.
Oh man,
it was snowing in Tennessee like when that happened. Like literally it was snowing and it was February or something. The beginning of February.
It's always funny, like when you take road trips from like Indiana to Florida, and going there and coming back, like when you stop like in the middle states, you always see people either like going on spring break or coming back like at that time of year. And so you see people get out of their cars, they're coming home and they're all tan.
Depressing thing. When we're driving down, it's so great because like there's no leaves on trees. Everything's dead and gray and gross and cold, and you can see your breath.
And then you drive back.
You get there and it's like, oh my god, like I mean, like you see like the evolution of like change of time and like weather, and like how like nature like literally like really like brings your soul to life. And then when you come back, everybody's tan and like sun-kissed and have like great
and you
energy.
slowly drive into the winter
because of like vitamin D, and like you slowly drive into winter, and it's like so depressing. And whoever comes alive when like the nature comes to death,
You're so poetic tonight.
It's so weird.
It's so weird.
Like so weird.
That was a fun trip though.
I'm gonna start saying like way more than normal, which is like a lot.
My dad hates it.
But your dad loves me.
My dad does love you, but he hates that I
say like.
He just looks at me like. What's really funny, and I was talking about this one night on here because a couple people have commented about it, that I say that, is like when I would do public speaking, like I never spoke like that. So I obviously am able to like consciously think it through, but for some reason, it doesn't matter.
That was like my thing too, like
it's a lip thing.
In like speech classes too, like okay, like you said like 8 times and like they would count it. And then in like and then in PR class and like my PR classes and like media training, I didn't, and I will always get like great grades and stuff, and I guess I just say like when I'm comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too. You can consciously tune it out
when you find it important.
Okay, I'm going to end it here because it's going to cut off in a second, and I think I'm at about 30 or 40 minutes, so it's a little thing. Like, so anyway, we like you. I like you. I like you.
I like myself. Oh my god, look at that flashing light.
Oh my god, it's a shooting star. All right, say goodnight to everybody. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.